Hi everyone, welcome in or welcome back to Between Realms Tarot. Today's Pick a Card Love reading is a Valentine special reading, so it's going to be about their Valentine's energy towards you, what they are feeling, their intentions, and what their next move might be. Before we start the reading, if you ever resonate or like these readings, please subscribe so we won't miss any future readings, and because it also helps the channel grow. And comment down below any suggestions, maybe if you resonate or not resonate with the reading. Also maybe comment your pile, share your story with others, but also please just be polite and kind in the comments. I want to remind you that if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find my email in the description box below for any inquiries about the readings. And if you'd like to support me, the super thanks button is currently activated, so if you feel called to support the channel, please feel free to do so. It's kindly appreciated. It's not an obligation. Your presence here is truly enough. Now let's head to the reading. For today's reading, I have created 3 magical piles for you to choose from. So for pile number 1, your card is going to be this beautiful 2 of Cups card with 2 cups of hot chocolate. For pile number 2, your card is going to be the 2 cups card of 2 cocktails. This is a vacation vibe pile. And for pile number 3, your card is going to be the 2 of Cups also, but it's 1 cup of coffee and the other cup is matcha. As usual, listen to your intuition, choose the pile that draws you the most. If you feel drawn to choosing more than 1 pile, definitely you can do that. This reading is timeless and it will resonate whenever you find it. You will find the timestamps in the description box below, and if you have picked your pile, let's start your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you have picked the hot chocolates 2 of Cups card, this is going to be a reading about their Valentine's energy towards you, what they're feeling towards you, their intentions, and their probable next move. So let's start your reading. So pile number 1, starting with the dices here, we have Moon in Leo in the 9th house, and the Moon in general represents emotions, feelings, emotional climate, and instincts, and it's in Leo, and this person feels almost this sense of warmth and this passion, but in an affectionate and warm way. It feels like this person has very generous intentions towards you, and the dices here are going to be talking about their energetic or their emotions, their energy, the energetics of how do they feel towards you currently. The Moon here in Leo represents a lot of pride related to how they feel towards you, a lot of affection. It's almost like they have this drama and heartfelt and sincere feelings towards you. There is a desire, there is also a pride related to knowing you or being associated with you, and also being proud of you and of this connection in a way. There is admiration also. The Moon in Leo can talk about admiration and also desire for being admired. So I feel like you give this person the exact amount of attention that they require in life, and they feel very fulfilled by that in a way. But it is in the 9th house, and so it does seem like this person admires you, but they also see this connection through this philosophical lens where they are very, very genuine, but also reflective about the meaning of this connection and the higher almost perspective, or the bigger picture perspective of this connection, and how much the amount of feelings that they have for you take this connection from a level of casual meeting into a deeper or an almost like a connection that is meant to grow, and that is also meant to maybe widen their perspective about life in general. And also it's full of hope and optimism, because the 9th house is the natural house of Sagittarius, and so They might have a lot of faith, or they channel their feelings and their admiration and passion and really genuine care through a lens of growth, through a lens of long-term vision, a lens of optimism and faith and hope towards maybe a long-term future. So also they do recognize if there are any lessons learned or anything that needs to be transcended in a way in this connection. So if there were obstacles or things that you and this person learn together through going through maybe obstacles or any life circumstances together, this person realizes how much they have grown from the start to the current moment. And so in this Valentine, or the current Valentine energy is very deep for you, and this person is reflective, really currently is being very, very reflective over the meaning of this connection and the deep aspects and the higher also vision of this connection. And they have this deep proud energy of the connection or about you, so they are proud of you and of this connection. I'm sensing deep warm feelings, and but they are not impulsive, they are almost wise. And as I said, this person is channeling them through faith and through a larger purpose almost to this connection. They are very, very proud, feeling proud of this energy here. Now, with the Lenormand cards here, first of all, we have 3 cards, and card number 1 here that we got is ring, and this symbolizes how serious they are about this connection. And guess what, we have ring. I'm using the romantic Lenormand, so we might be a bit biased. The ring can talk in general about in Lenormand about cycles, about commitments, whether they are romantic or just business based, work based. But in this specific deck, we are using this deck for a love reading. And so the ring here does talk about marriage, it does talk about long-term commitment, serious commitment, feelings and love that is grounded into real long-term commitment and connection. And so they are very, very, and again, very serious about this connection and committed. At some level, there is a potential for a meaningful connection. From their perspective, this connection means a lot for them, and they do have very serious intentions of being together or committing for the long term. Now, what kind of like with the stars here, it feels like the kind of action that is coming will be something that is guided by this person's vision almost, because I do see that a lot of cards in this spread talk about the fact that this person has a vision or has a dream or a wish that they want to fulfill in this connection. So it seems like their next actions are based on their hopefulness and their dreams and inspiration. They're likely aiming for something big and something that feels like a dream come true, or a vision, or something that they wish for, and something that is meant to uplift the connection in a way and create this from their perspective and from their intention. It seems like they want to create happiness and they want to create something that is peaceful and long-term lasting. Now, the writer here, it's telling us that there are messages or movement that are on the way. There is possibly maybe a text or a meeting or an offering from their side. There is definitely a new beginning on the horizon for this connection here. This card is asking the timing, is answering the timing, the influences, whether they are external or internal. And it seems like it feels like all of the circumstances and also energy is very I want to say uplifting and supportive when it comes to taking action and starting something uplifting, or maybe even taking the connection into a higher level. There are a lot of circumstances and also energy that is supportive of this almost like new beginning or movement and progress in this connection. So there is a lot of growth that is going almost I don't like to say going to happen, but it seems like I do see that there is movement that is going to happen after a period of reflection. Now, for their energy towards you, their dominant energy towards you right now, we have the crocodile. I'm not sure if you are in contact with this person or not, pile number one, but the crocodile from their energy is they are in rest and gather energy period. The crocodile, as we know, waits under the water for the right moment. And the crocodile does not wait indefinitely. The crocodile just waits for the right moment and gathers their energy in an intelligent way so that they can have gains. And you know what type of gains I'm talking about. You know, the crocodile lurks under the water for the right moment to get its food. Let's call it that way. So but that is not what we mean in here. What we are seeing from your person's energy is that there is them kind of resting, almost planning, silent. If you see them as silent or maybe a bit not withdrawing their energy, but they look a bit patient almost. They are quiet and silent currently, and when they are quiet, this is not them procrastinating or not taking action or hesitance, or they're not coming from hesitancy or lack of direction. They are actually not stuck in a way. I don't see it as them being stuck at all. I'm saying that because all of the cards do not show somebody who's stuck. It shows that somebody is just waiting for the right moment to take the right action. This person likes to use their inner compass, their intuition, and they're waiting and observing and preparing for the right moment, and they're like kind of maybe trying to choose what is the best move to take in a way at the right moment. So it's very, very specific here, the energy of your person. And the next card that we have has the same meaning, and it's meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. But this specific card, it's talking to me about the fact that your person, despite them being maybe silent or a bit quiet, they are not emotionally disconnected. The meditate and contemplate card talks about romance. It does talk about this person thinking a lot about what is the most peaceful thing that can occur within this connection, and what is the thing that brings happiness and wish fulfillment. Because I'm getting a lot of wishing energy, not wishing, but almost like trying to make the dream come true. It's not only wishful thinking here. I don't see wishful thinking. I see somebody who is just trying to use their intuition and act when the time seems best. And meditate and contemplate card tells me about them maybe even having dreams about you at night. Maybe they do feel a soul connection here. The meditate and contemplate card, new moon in Pisces, talks about soulmates, romance, love, poetry also. This card is them kind of feeling very hopeful and using their intuition, anticipating positive outcome. But it does talk about them being currently in a time of reflection, because it's meditate and contemplate. It's them letting themselves kind of soothe into their intuition, so that there's a surrendering here in this energy. There is them surrendering to what their heart tells them to do. And again, they are not waiting indefinitely. I do see that some readings have I did do readings of people who are waiting and not knowing what to do. This person is waiting to sense the right moment and to find the right action to take. So they're not detached, they're just being reflective and being, I want to say, conscious about their actions and the timing, and being intentional rather than impulsive. This person definitely is somebody who idealizes love and idealizes this connection in general. We have a lot of cards about spiritual connections and about soulmate bonds and about true innocent love. Not that and not innocent love is not true love, but this specific spread talks about innocent, hopeful, type of love where the person is seeing beyond just the physical into maybe even projecting into the future goals of the connection. Now, for the tarot, the first card that we have is the High Priestess, and this is a lot of Pisces energy. Again, let me cover the card, but the card, the whole reading talks about this person being in this Piscean realms, the realms of dreams, intuition, even they might sense a psychic connection with you. There might be even a lot of dreams about you, but this person is really listening to their intuition and connecting to the higher aspect, or let's say the multi-dimensional aspect of this connection. They do feel that there is not that there is a lot of there's a depth to their feelings. So there is not only romance here, there is, as I said, a spiritual connection, and there is more beneath the surface than they are showing, because the High Priestess can talk about somebody who's reflective, introspective, and somebody who does not externalize their feelings or their what is going on in their inner world. So this person seems, as you see, this High Priestess is kind of, as you see, she has her eyes closed and she's meditating. So your person is in a deep introspective mode, and again, this is not being stuck or hesitant or in inaction. This is them just reflecting about what to do next, or how to take this connection to or how to grow. I want to say how to grow this connection into its highest potential. They might not show you, or they might not be somebody who is currently externalizing or vocalizing their feelings, but what they're doing is listening to their feelings and introspecting on the next move, or the best move to grow this connection into its highest potential. And I do want to say that it feels like this person does not want to compromise, not compromise, but not want to compromise the connection. They don't want to lose the potential of this connection. They don't want to undermine the high spiritual level of this connection. So it's almost like this person does not want to be impulsive, to not so that they could manifest the potential, the real potential, which is something that is spiritual, something that is growth oriented. They don't want this connection to be purely physical. There is more. Now, the Six of Wands here, what they are not expressing, there is a lot of admiration here. This is appreciation. They are very, very, again, as I said at the beginning of the reading, proud of this connection, but they are not expressing this. And when we look at the cards here, it might come from a place of not wanting ego to be the dominant aspect of this connection, because there is a deep, deep, deep admiration towards you and towards this connection. There is pride that is involved, that is deep Leo-like love. If you know what I'm talking about, there is this power couple dynamic that this person feels. They might want also to be appreciated the same way that they appreciate you and this connection, but it seems like, again, they don't express how much proud they are and how much focused they are on this connection. Now, with their intentions towards you, we got the Two of Cups. And as we know, this is clear romantic or emotional connection. This person is definitely, again, we have Ring in their intentions, and we have Two of Cups in their intentions, and it fell just under the Ring card. So this person has a lot, like their true intention is to have a partnership that is mutual, and it is also an emotional connection. There is openness to emotional expression, to deep emotional connection. There are definitely mutual feelings here, and this person recognizing it. They do not suppress it. at all. This is their intention, this is what they want, and this is what they think about having. Now, the energy between you currently, pile number one, and your person, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and it seems like things are going slowly. But as we see here, there are stones around this figure, and there might be a bit, maybe boundaries, or it's like, I feel like both of you feel this sense of a spiritual connection happening, but both of you are trying to ground yourselves into what is real and what is illusion, what is real and what is fantasy, what is projected. And so the Knight of Pentacles shows that there is a practical approach from your side and from your person's side towards this connection, and there is stability and practicality that is influencing this connection. Rather than rushing into things or being impulsive, there is a desire maybe, or an energy of something that is being established and built in this connection. But it might be happening slowly, and it might be, I feel like there is definitely and maybe do not fit in the same sentence, but there is maybe here, let me say that, there is maybe not so much transparency when it, or transparency, is it the word? So there isn't transparency when it comes to how do you truly feel. So there is admiration, there is being recognized by both of you, there is love, but the how much or how deep it all goes, it's a bit hidden, or not, it's kind of unexpressed. So the Knight of Pentacles does show that things are more inclined towards being stable and committed and steady and slow, rather than something that is fantasy driven. So I feel like if this person did not express that they sense that this connection is something big, spiritually and energetically, that might be a confirmation for you that this person feels like this connection is deeper than it shows, and that is your confirmation that this person feels the same, if you wonder if this is purely physical for this person. Now, with their next move, we have the Ace of Wands, and this is a spark, this is a new initiative. We have the Rider, and it does have the same energy as the Ace of Wands. And this does talk about them making some type of a confident move or initiation towards you. It might be towards initiating contact, or maybe re-sparking the connection, re-sparking intentions. There is definitely a desire from your person's side to experience something hopeful, something enthusiastic, loving, something youthful almost, something that kind of reignites love within both of you. So the next or new initiative or next near future action, it is inspired action that is coming, and it is coming from the intention of your person to experience the Two of Cups here, something that is mutual. So yeah, the Ace of Wands can symbolize a move, maybe asking for a date, maybe for a meeting, because the Ace of Wands are spirited, and they are not only about communication. So the intention, or what this person wants, is not only communication, it's something that leads into a start of something that is soulful and something that is long-term effective. Now, your guidance pile number one, we have the Four of Wands, and this is some type of a celebration that you are being called towards embracing. The Four of Wands, oh my god, we have a lot of bodies in this card. Okay, let me just put it back. So the Four of Wands here does talk about somehow you're being, I feel like this pile is very positive, and the Four of Wands talks about positive energy and stability that are within reach for you. So you're being a bit nudged towards the things that are meant to bring celebration energy towards your life, and even achievement within this connection is very possible if you reach for it. And so your guidance here, or your takeaway, is to trust your intuition 100%, is to, because there is maybe inspired action coming towards you and a passionate action coming towards you from your person's side. Your guidance is to stay open and celebrate the love that is developing. This is a connection that has a very heartfelt potential, and so you're being guided towards trusting your intuition and following what makes you feel excited and happy and fulfilled and celebratory almost. So pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it gave you insight. If it did, please subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. Also press the like button and comment down below. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find my email in the description box below. And if you'd like to support me on my channel, the super thanks button is currently activated, so feel free to do so if you feel called to. Otherwise, your presence is truly enough. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 1. I love you and I appreciate you all, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. If you have picked the 2 cocktails, this is going to be your reading about your person's Valentine's energy towards you, their feelings towards you, their intentions, and their next move. So let's start your reading. So pile number 2, I feel like there is a shift in your person's perspective towards you and towards this connection, because with Pluto here, it seems like there is a transformation, almost intense transformation towards you from your person's side. It feels like they are, maybe their perspective shifted in a way where they're considering, or they're having long-term considerations, and they're seeing this connection from a very, very serious and intense perspective. With Pluto here in Capricorn, it feels like this connection almost, or it tells us that their energy towards you is intense because they feel, or there is this there is them thinking or feeling as if this connection is changing their life path in a way. They are definitely considering the long-term potential because of how much this is affecting their life and how it fits into their life. Now, the 10th house definitely shows how this person is perceived, or it does show the bigger picture of the life of anybody. And so it feels like your person is very, very serious, very also cautious. They consider this connection from a perspective of what is consistent, what is sustainable, and what is long term, what is achievable. And there is definitely depth here and commitment around your person's energy and how they feel towards you. There is them feeling as if this connection is definitely changing their life, or maybe the plan that they had for what they want to achieve in life in general. Now, with the tree here, it seems like their intention towards you, again, there is this heavy, serious energy. The tree does talk about their long-term, or how much serious they are. And the tree is literally talking about the long term, looking for growth, stability in this connection. It feels like this person kind of is very aware of the weight of this connection. This connection weighs very heavy, and it's not in a negative sense. It's just that this is how serious and this person is towards this connection and towards your energy. This person is not dismissive of this connection in any way, and it feels like they're trying to include it into their life plan. Now, with their next move, we have Mountain, and it feels like this person is sensing or kind of confronting the obstacles and the challenges or the delays that may appear in the connection. The movement in this connection, or whatever the next action that might be coming, is not something that is immediate, and it's not something that is fast moving. The Mountain here talks about surmounting obstacles and challenges. With the presence of tree and fox, it feels like the obstacles here are not unsurmountable, but they require time and with tree, and they require long future or long-term future thinking, and they require strategy with the fox, because the fox does talk about timing, maybe issues of timing, maybe even distance. Do you like, is there a long distance relationship here? Not that is not for everybody, that might be something for some of you. It's not the theme of the connection. It just seems as if there are obstacles. They might be related to timing issues, they might be related to maybe I feel like maybe you have different life goals and you're trying to kind of integrate your lives or paths together, and that might create obstacles. Or when it comes to what one of you or both of you plan for their lives is different, and when you met, it feels like there's this deep binding, committed energy between both of you, where you may be ready to kind of both of you make compromises or kind of adapt into the changes that this connection brought into your lives. And so a person wants to adapt to these changes and the obstacles and delays by taking action towards overcoming the obstacles, whatever they are, in this connection towards something meaningful and long term. But the fox again talks about being strategic, being clever, being resourceful, being careful towards what type of action, when is the best timing, stuff like that are influencing this person's action 100%. And I feel like they are somebody who is secretive by nature, or somebody who's careful, cautious in their life in general, and they try to, or they tend to plan long term, and they tend to think about these things practically, like what fits best into my long term future, the things that I want in life. I feel like this person approaches everything in their life in this way. And again, this connection seems to change their perspective, or to kind of be worthy of their attention and worthy of their compromise and fitting it into their life picture, even if it was not something that they have planned for from the beginning. Now, with the oracles that we have, first of all, we have the gazelle. As I feel like your person might have a pattern in their life of hypervigilance, or of over planning, or not over planning, but planning in a very careful and masterful way. This person's energy towards you is a lot of sensitivity, vulnerability. There is awareness of you and of this connection. There is focus, but the gazelle can be very, very cautious and worried. And I feel like this is a pattern that is not something new. This is something that is not only happening in this connection for your person by number two. It's something that is happening since forever in everything that this person kind of work towards. Either if it was like a work situation, a project, or relationships, they do have this approach, this hesitant, worried, and careful, cautious approach towards everything and towards this connection. So they might seem as if they're holding back, they're not rushing, not because of lack of interest here, because this talks about more of fears about what is unpredictable, what is surprising, what is obstacle-full, or what is full of obstacles. And they do approach life from a protective lens rather than risk-taking. So they are not lacking interest in this connection at all. It's more like, because of this Pluto, huge influence of Pluto in this connection, this person is being cautious because they don't want things to fall down unexpectedly. They don't like surprises, I sense. This person doesn't like surprises. And they might hold back again because they are trying to be careful, protective over you and over this connection, trying to not face some things that they cannot expect, things that collapse without prior warning. They are somebody who naturally, or somebody with this instinct of protectiveness towards you and towards this connection and themselves. And this might be something the gazelle does talk about. This animal is an animal that is, despite their gracefulness and elegance and beauty here, and serene look, the gazelle is hyper vigilant, and the gazelle is all the time trying to scan its surroundings for any predators. And so this person might struggle a bit to enjoy life to the fullest, or to kind of live in the moment, because they might to always tend to look for enemies or for obstacles and trying to control outcomes. And so it comes from a place again of trying to be protective and kind of keep the peace, but it might hold them back from living life to the fullest. That might be something that this person kind of maybe struggles with, or if they do not struggle with it, if it's something that they feel comfortable with, this is what it seems to be their kind of recurrent pattern. Now, from the Monology card, we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And again, this is where the perspective shift is coming from. So this energy is an energy of, again, I feel like this person always approached life from a very disciplined approach or perspective, but the new moon in Sagittarius gives this momentum of adventure. I do feel like this person is motivated. This is where the change of perspective comes from, where they are motivated towards taking maybe a small risk, because still don't see them taking huge risks at all. I see them maybe thinking or contemplating taking small risks towards exploring possibilities in this connection. And it is because their perspective is changed by this connection. And again, that's why they are kind of, to me, it looks like the risk that they are taking is integrating something that they did not expect happening in their life, which is this connection, into something that they have planned and worked towards carefully, which is their life, their career, their achievements. And this is again a change of current or of path, where they are kind of the risk that they are taking is expanding their horizons in this connection and exploring the possibilities in this connection and how they can integrate it into this into their lives. And it does not seem like something painful. It feels like something that this person is very hopeful, very enthusiastic towards, and very open towards. So it's something that makes this person feel very happy and lucky almost. They do have positive feelings towards you and towards this experience with you. Now, with the tarot cards, the first card that we have, which is their feelings towards you, and we have the Ace of Wands, and this is, I feel like you bring youthful, adventurous perspective into their lives again, because they are this heavy on Capricorn and Tree and the Gazelle. It feels like the Ace of Wands here is, and the Sagittarius energy, they feel inspired. I feel like you bring a lot of inspiration, a lot of adventurous spirit, a lot of excitement and passion. There is a spark in your person's heart, and it might be contained, but your person feels like they're breaking the rules, not in a bad way. It's almost like they always had this plan and these rules that they had to follow, um the plan and all of that is pre-planned, and everything has to go through control. But with the Ace of Wands, it feels like this connection brings a lot of youthfulness, a shift of perspective, where they feel like they can enjoy life more, they can live in the moment more, they are more excited. I do feel like their feelings towards you are full of joy, full of excitement, and kind of thirst for new experiences. Now, this is like, if I love when I make spreads that are like, they have, there is a certain question for each card and an answer. And so the question for the King of Cups here is what they are not telling you or suppressing. And again, we understand what the King of Cups is. This is a lot of emotional involvement that this person has, but there is vulnerability here, and this person is emotionally mature and steady in this connection, but they are not holding back. It's not like they're suppressing feelings, but they are holding back just to ensure that, according to the next card, to ensure that the timing is right, the energy is right, the momentum is right almost, and they are not somebody who is maybe heavy on emotional expression. This person is very comfortable with their feelings. It's not like they avoid feelings or they suppress feelings, but they do tend to hold them back for the right moment. So they're not impulsive with their emotional expression. So that is what seems, or what looks like this person is kind of maybe not talking about or not vocalizing, is, or not saying, is the emotional involvement in this connection, because their emotional involvement is almost, it's not almost, but it's mature, it's whole. There is wholeness in what they feel towards you. The King of Cups is the final card of Cups, and this does talk about steadiness and mature emotional attachment, but they do hold it back because there is a lot of risk that they feel in this connection. It's not like they don't want to take the risk, they do, but they want it to be controlled and not impulsive. Now, with their intentions towards you, we have the Fool, and this is them again opening to risks, opening to new beginnings, opening to taking a leap of faith into things that seem exciting, seems like seem new, seem they're it seems like they're wanting to start something that brings a lot of newness and freshness in their life with you. This is their intentions towards you. And they almost maybe feel this inspiration to act childlike, not in a negative way, but to kind of forget about the pains of life and the paper. And why did I say the paper? Because I really don't like documents. I don't like government documents, they drain me. So it feels like they are trying or wanting to forget about everything that is very serious, everything that needs focus, and they just want to let go and start something this fresh and new with you. There's a lot of freshness. Ace of Wands, new moon in Sagittarius, the full energy. So they do maybe sometimes feel this urge to just, not plan for everything, just do it, do not think a lot about it, but they still want to take controlled risks rather than impulses that they think that might cost them long-term success in a way. So they do always approach things from a lens of wanting to be successful. Now, for the energy between you two, we have the Judgment. And so the Judgment card, it does talk about significant meaning in this connection. There is significant meaning, but maybe currently, pile number 2, you're going through a time where heavy reevaluations are happening because of Pluto here. Again, it feels like your person's perspective shifted, and it feels like the best moment or the best time, or it is the right time for a shift in perspective, for a reevaluation of where is this connection now, and do we want to continue, do we want to evolve, do we want to maybe take different paths, or do we want to integrate our paths together. So it feels like the energy between you and this person currently is an energy of very important decisions that need to be made, and your person is definitely taking this very, very seriously. And I feel like you too take this connection very, very seriously, and this time is very important for this connection. It feels like a lot of development are going to happen, and currently there is this energy of decisions that need to be made towards what is the next step, where do we want to go, what are our shared goals, what can we share together, what type of connection do we have together. So it feels like this is what you're going through right now, even energetically, with this person. Now, with their next move, it feels like, again, their next move is not something rushing. We have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess here does talk about them, again, the gazelle energy, where they're waiting for the right moment. for the right intuitive moment. So I don't see, again, a next action that is going to happen in the near future, but there is focus here. It's not like they're detached or they're not present. Even energetically, they are very much present, but their next actions seem to be influenced by intuition, by what feels right to do, what is maybe their guidance is telling them what is the right thing to do, when is the right time to do this thing. And again, when we look at the cards of the Lenormand here, we have this tendency or this motivation from your person's side to surmount obstacles related to living this connection together. So there is also caution here at play with the fox and the high priestess. So they seem to be currently at a cautious energy, especially with the judgment, trying to find the right footing, the right action, the right timing. So they don't want to rush things unnecessarily. For your guidance pile number 2, we have the Chariot, and there seems to be a recognition for your confidence, for your focus, determination, pile number 2. And it's also telling you to have clear intentions, move with clarity. So it's kind of talking you to focus and intention rather than letting things just, flow. It's telling you to have the intention to know what you want, to vocalize what you want. The Chariot card talks about movement that is motivated by specific intentions. So yeah, again, the guidance for you is that you need to align in a way with what makes you feel motivated, energized, also with what your intuition is telling you to do. The whole pile here, the whole energy is about your person's being very serious and but also being patient, taking calculated small risks and not being impulsive or taking big bold risks. They also are somebody who has feelings towards you, and your guidance here is to know what you want, work towards what you want with clear intention. Do not let yourself flow by the sides here. Focus, have a certain focus, a certain goal, move towards it with clarity and intention, whether in this connection really or in your life in general, because there seems to be a realignment or an alignment of your paths, but it's being a bit assisted by energies, right? It's being assisted by the energies, external energies around you, but also there are obstacles that need to be integrated or surmounted. So it's not like you're coming together in an effortless way. There needs to be a bit of effort from yours and your person's side towards integrating your paths together. So it's really telling you to know what you want from this person and from this connection and work towards it with clear focus and intention and effort and also consistency. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please subscribe so you won't miss any future readings, and press the like button and comment down below. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find my email in the description box below. And if you'd like to support the channel, the super thanks button is activated. If you feel called to, that is definitely appreciated, but it's not an obligation. Your presence is truly enough, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I love you and I appreciate you all, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. If you have picked this 2 of Cups card with the matcha cup and the coffee cup, this is going to be a reading about your person's Valentine's energy towards you, their feelings towards you, their intentions, and their most probable, or their next most probable move towards you. So let's start your reading. So pile number 3. This is the most lovey-dovey pile here. Out of the 3 piles, this is the pile that has the most feelings here. There's almost like this crush energy, because with Rahu here in Libra in the 5th house, Rahu is this is a very romantic placement. There's almost an obsession, and I don't like to read the obsession energy, but when it's there, I will say it. So there is definitely here an intrigue. Like this person feels magnetized, almost attracted towards you, and intrigued. You seem to, or this connection, I want to say this connection because we have Libra energy here. So, and in the fifth house is the house of romance, the house of attraction, of flirtations, of love affairs, of creativity, romantic expression. That's why I said it's very lovey-dovey in here. And Rahu in Libra, the sign of relationships and romance and harmony and balance between two people, let's say, Libra. And so Rahu here represents a lot of curiosity, intrigue. Energy is very present to a point of obsession, but because it's in Libra, I do feel like there is a balance here. There is not toxicity. I don't see this as a toxic obsession. I see more about the focus, a heavy focus, an intrigue and a curiosity. There is desire and a pull, almost like a magnetic attraction. This person feels very intrigued by the relationship in a way, and by the potential. This person relates deeply to you. Like it feels like they might see you as a compatible person or as a partner. They feel this partner energy with you. They feel strongly drawn, not the one, drawn towards you in a playful, romantic, and emotional way. But there is also balance here. There is an intention for a relationship or a commitment. There's an intention for like transforming the chemistry between you two into a commitment rather than just maybe staying at a very casual or physical level. So there is also intensity and again intrigue here. Also it does represent crush energy mixed with a magnetizing or magnetized attraction here between you two. So this person is very, very curious and intrigued and wanting to explore the connection with you. Now, they seem to be ready, to be honest, for a relationship or very, very open towards something shared between you and them. With the Lenormand here, we have owls, and this is heavy focus in a way. So this is answering our question of how curious or interested are they, and the owls here talks about a lot of observation. I feel like this person tends to maybe, if you're connected to their social media, watch your social media, what do you post, maybe interested in observing you, how do you operate on a daily basis, observing your values, your beliefs, your thought pattern, your emotions. They are very intrigued and interested in understanding you deeply. And this is not surface level attraction. When the owls is here, this is not surface level. This is a deep intuitive level of connection and of curiosity. It's almost like they're studying your energy rather than maybe not caring much. They're very interested, like deep interest is present here. Now, what kind of action is coming from them with the sun? It feels like this person is eager. So when I was drawing the cards, a lot of the energy here shows eagerness towards communication and openness and connection. But the sun here does talk about this person's eagerness towards clarity, towards maybe expressing themselves with clarity, towards opening themselves, and like kind of like the sun energy is the energy of illumination. It's the energy of bringing everything forth or forward. It's about revealing things. It's about communication, maybe that reveals information. But their next actions, excuse me, towards you seems to be something that they want to clarify, things that they want to show to you, things that they want to come to the light. They want to maybe express truths or become more visible, become more open, become more maybe even vulnerable. The fish here does show a lot of abundance in the future of this connection. It does show that it feels like the energy right now is very supportive in terms of connection, in terms of emotional flow between you right now. It feels like the fish here does talk about luck, and it does talk about abundance and flowing energy. So I do feel like there is a lot of fluidity that is happening currently in the connection. There is not much resistance towards this connection or towards connecting with each other, especially from your person's perspective. So I do feel like they are very, very open towards something to move forward, even despite that there is a bit of hesitation, a bit of that. So there is definitely external, I want to say, support. Like the energy is supportive of connection, but there is some type of pain that is there, and we're going to explore that. But before that, we have the nightingale in your person's energy towards you, and the nightingale is a very bold self-expression type of energy, where this person is very, very eager to express themselves emotionally and to kind of voice their feelings boldly and to express who they are and what they want. The nightingale definitely talks about a lot of deep feelings and creativity and heartfelt emotions that this person feels the desire and the eagerness to voice. It's almost like it's nagging at them and to be expressed, and they desire to communicate freely from the heart and not to be restricted. But it feels like there is a bit of inner resistance, and it might be something that this person suffers from, maybe, and I'm not sure, but it seems like there is a past here. So either you and this person have a past together because of the presence of the Three of Swords and the card Balsamic Moon here, a time for healing. So either both of you have a past here where you've went through something together that was painful, or you went through separate things that were painful and you have met recently. So this might be a pile for singles or for people who are in a situationship of some type. Again, as I said, this person feels like they want to speak very lovingly and openly and not to be shy and not to hold back, but despite that there is definitely holding back, especially that I'm going to come back why and how are they holding back, because we do see that in the tarot spread. They are a bit okay, I got this I got this obstacle in my throat out of nowhere, and the nightingale seems to, when they are hesitant or holding back, to have a lump in their throat. So that might be something that this person struggles with a bit. Now, for the next card we have, which is from the Monology deck, A Time for Healing, Balsamic Moon. This card specifically is talking about the momentum of your person towards you and the readiness for expression or for connection. And this card talks about the fact that this person is very ready, almost like at the peak or at the edge or at the door of emotional openness, and kind of they have a desire to reconnect. I'm getting there is a desire to reconnect, to reach out, to talk it out, almost a time for healing here. But it does talk about the momentum of this person being a bit blocked, but not blocked, it's almost like delayed by the healing process. So this card is talking about a healing process that is already established, that is already going on, and that both of you are going through this. Like the situation, I feel like the situation has pain involved in it from a past, something that happened in the past between you two. So I feel like I can confirm that this reading is for people who maybe have already established an established past together because of the presence of the Three of Swords in the energy that is currently between you two. And so I feel like part of your guidance, Pion number 3, is that the healing is already happening and there is potential for starting anew from a plesh. What the hell is plesh? What is plesh? So it's so I almost forgot what I was going to say, but there's a potential for a fresh new beginning. What is pleshka coming from? Okay, so Part of your guidance by your number three is that there is a potential for a new beginning, for a fresh new start, and a time for healing is telling us also that healing is already happening and is already present, and it's already established, and it's almost like ending in a way. So it feels like the old or whatever happened is in the past. What's in the past is in the past, and things now are kind of starting anew between you and this person in a way, and this person recognizes, or they are healed, almost there. It feels like I'm almost there. That's what I feel in this reading. I feel like I had some, maybe a downfall with somebody, and it took us a bit of time to heal out of that downfall, and maybe to kind of come together in a more peaceful and healing way, rather than hurting each other again. Maybe outer circumstances hurt us before, maybe it's each other that hurt each other. So in the past, and I feel like we have healed, and I feel like we are almost there and ready for a new fresh start together. So that's how it feels in this reading. So that might be something that you resonate with pile number three. It feels like a lot of surrender happened already, a lot of patience was there, and closure already happened, and now we're kind of like being nudged towards moving forward. So I do feel like a lot of soothing already is happening, a lot of healing between you and this person, and that the situation has the potential to start again once the healing is finished. And now, with their feelings towards you, we have the King of Cups. And as you know, the King of Cups, it's their true feelings. There is genuine care, and I feel like there's maturity here. It feels like if you went through things with this person, I feel like they have reached a type of emotional maturity, affection like energy is there, and there's also quiet love here. That's why I said that the intrigue and the love and the focus that this person has towards you is not toxic. It's not toxic obsession, it's deep care and intrigue and curiosity towards you and towards the connection. But the King of Cups does talk about keeping things controlled, but they are definitely at a mature phase in their life. With what they are suppressing, we have the Eight of Wands, and this is where they want to, again, with the Nightingale and the Eight of Wands, rush towards you with communication, with openness, with fast movement. There's urgency. I feel urged to move and to communicate, but there is a type of suppressing or holding back that is happening here. And this is where I told you that I'm going to come back to it later, because it feels like there is pain between you two, and it needs to reach its fullest. The healing needs to complete, and this person, I feel like they want to kind of rush into this connection and rush into you and express themselves to you, but with what they are suppressing, we have the Eight of Wands, and this talks about them holding back instead of rushing and moving fast towards you. And it does come from a place of this person knowing that the healing is still happening, and kind of feeling intuitively like still we need a bit more time. Maybe I should give pile number three more space. Maybe you have asked them for more space for healing, and so they're giving that to you instead of rushing towards you, being impulsive or a bit selfish in a way, wanting to express themselves. They're holding back, and they're being a bit maybe loving from afar until the time is there yet to kind of approach you with this type of expression and openness that they want to approach you with. With their intentions towards you, we have, guess what? We have the Knight of Cups. And this person is kind of like they can't wait. I feel like I can't wait. I feel like I cannot wait till I tell pile number three about my intentions, till I approach them romantically and emotionally, and maybe ask them for a date, maybe approach pile number three with loving gestures or messages. So this is romantic pursuit energy, and your person's intention is definitely romantic. There is them wanting and urging and desiring to experience romance with you and to kind of approach you with this loving emotional energy here. So their intention seems to be to connect with you emotionally and to pour their heart out in a way towards you. But the Three of Swords here represents the current energy between you, and there seems to be heartbreak. So you would maybe tell us, or tell me, pile number 3, in the comments if this is what is happening here. If there is a heartbreak that is going on, maybe misunderstanding. The Three of Swords shows feelings of loss. So again, this is why I'm saying that there are wounds that are still in need of healing in this connection. So this perfectly matches the balsamic moon that we have here. Again, this connection is still in the process of healing, and currently there seems to be more or emotional pain that needs recognition and that needs healing. So I feel like the healing energy is already there, but the pain is still in need for acknowledgement here. Now for their next move, we have the Five of Swords, and this is their inner conflict here. The Five of Swords does talk about this person wanting to come forward. Definitely they want to approach, they want to kind of have a positive outcome. But because of whatever is going on and whatever this pain is about here that is going on between you, maybe misunderstanding, maybe painful words that were exchanged, this person fears maybe rejection or losing in this connection. They fear, maybe they struggle to take action towards you because they don't want to lose or to be rejected, or they don't want to lose on the potential for this connection. So this is where the inner conflict is coming, where they're pulling back and they're choosing maybe to hold back instead of come forward, even when they want to move forward. So it's not that they have malicious intentions. As you see, we have the Knight of Cups in their intentions, but this talks about their inner move, or not inner move, their next move being something that is undecided or that is being conflicted or held back because of whatever pain that is still in need of complete healing here. So there might be holding back because they fear rejection, because they don't want to lose, because they don't want to lose you or this connection. Yeah, and the Three of Cups is your guidance, pile number 3, and this is about this Three of Cups. It does talk about this figure in a very, maybe let's call it a healing place, because it's in the water. So it's almost like your guidance, pile number 3, is to be a bit more lighthearted, or keep joy in your life, whether it's connected to this person or your own individual life. By number 3, you're being called towards embracing joy and light-hearted moments. Maybe even don't isolate emotionally from others. Maybe because it does talk about, the Three of Cups does talk about the potential for reunion or reconciliation or reconnection with this person, but it is trying to tell you individually, pile number 3, to embrace healing and to embrace joy again in your life, whether it's in your individual life or from this person. So it's almost like to invite happiness, to invite joyfulness, and not to maybe sulk into pain, because the potential for healing in your life is there 100%, and you need to allow it in a way, and maybe allow healing to come into your heart and to open you more into more joy, whether again with this person because there is that potential, or only in your individual life. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it helped you, gave you insight. If it did, please subscribe so you won't miss any future readings, and because it really helps the channel grow. And like the video, and also comment down below if you resonate or not resonate with this reading. I would truly appreciate whatever you have to say. Just please be kind and polite to everyone. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find my email in the description box below. And if you want to support the channel, the super thanks button is currently activated, so if you feel called to do so, I would truly appreciate it. Otherwise, your presence is truly enough. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. I love you and I appreciate you all, and see you next time.